tent, my dad would be out picking cotton, and I would bring in the beans and the wine and whatever else. And kerosene, we had those pot-belly things right in the middle of the tent, and that was our heat. And my mom would put out these gallons, jugs with water, and she'd put burlap around them and wet them to keep the water cool in the summertime. And she also kept another one that had kerosene in it. For the you know where I'm going. And my dad woke up one morning, just like every morning, just hung over to the gills, dying of thirst. So he picked up the wrong jug. He was really sick. That's many things that happened in those days. And he was sort of a weirdo, just like I am.
It's almost exactly like mine.
He was sort of a loner. He didn't get along too well with people. He was sort of radical. And he was strange. For a Mexican, he had red hair and green eyes. They'd call him Güero. But he made a friend. They couldn't understand each other. This guy was some hobo just rolled into town, and everybody knew him as Slim. They call him Texas Slim, Wino Slim, things like that. And nobody really knew anything about him. But so they'd go out and just play fiddle or guitar there in the railroad station that used to be there in Peoria. And they'd watch me play on the boxcars and so forth, and they'd drink out of a brown paper sack, and they didn't know what they were talking about. They couldn't understand each other, but they laughed a lot. But anyway, one night, Slim, he'd been drinking pretty heavy, and he used to sleep in the cotton trailers. I guess one night he was on the railroad track and he passed out. A lot of hobos look for unused rails and lie on them because it traps the heat during the daytime. And not only that, the snakes will not cross over a rail. Why, I don't know. But anyway, he laid down and passed out on the wrong rail. And that really hurt my dad, but this man's family, his kinfolk came to pick him up. Come to find out, he was a very wealthy man. He was an oil man from Texas. He just ran away from everything he had. That was the story that was told to me later on. Let's see if I can get, I ain't done this song in a long time. My daddy played guitar. He was born in old Mexico. We lived outside of Phoenix. He was on, but he made a friend, a hobo from Texas, from somewhere about Del Rio. They picked cotton and guitars my daddy's old Texas Slim. They killed many hours and many cheap bottles of wine. They sang songs about Texas, Chihuahua, sometimes a hymn. Daddy never spoke English, but music and crossing lines. They watched me play in the train yard. My daddy an old Texas Slim. One night my daddy lost his friend, a stranger called Slim. People said he'd been drinking the devil's own gin. Somehow he passed down a railroad train, and the Santa-Fe steamer just couldn't hold him. His kinfolk came for him, said old Slim had a fortune in oil. A tycoon from Texas ran away, his money and his cow. My daddy played guitar as he cried while the train pulled away, with old Slim's cold torn body back to Del Rio again. About a year later, my daddy, he followed old Slim. Boy, he drowned in the misery of the world and his music and gin. And I'll always remember my daddy and old Texas Slim.